Black-eyed tales, it's almost time for black-eyed tales. Come along and take my hand, and let's all go to black-eyed land. Black-eyed tales.
Black-eyed tales.
Hey,
Modernwarnegro.
nigga talking, sit your ass down. What's up, motherfuckers? NWN here, aka the Honorable Black Hokage, and welcome back to Black-eyed Tales. Now, in case you don't know, this is a show where a real ass gonna tell you stories from his life. But before we get into that, just know today I'm playing a game called Torchlight 2. It's a dungeon crawl, and it's very addictive, and it's actually on stale on Steam. Stale. Why am I like stale bread? Why am I saying that? Like, y'all know I only do one take, but fuck it. I'm saying it's actually on sale on Steam right now for only $5. I'll leave a link in the description box below if you enjoyed the gameplay and if you're interested in purchasing the game. But you already know we ain't here for the motherfucking gameplay. So let's rewind the clock back to 2006. Now I was 16. I was abrasive. I was young, so young I couldn't even order egg foo young on my own. Now, for those of you unaware, I spent all my middle school and high school years being on the wrestling team. Now, in this story, I'm in my junior year in high school. And wrestling season, I believe it started in November, I think, and around this story time, I think it was like September or October, so my mom scheduled my annual physical. Now, you had to get an annual physical in order to participate in any public school athletics. So fast forward to the appointment, I'm sitting in the waiting area upset because, you know, I'm 16, so I thought I was a grown-ass man, you know what I'm saying? But I still had to go to the pediatrician because I'm still technically a minor. So, you know, I'm sitting there on my phone texting bitches and shit, and, you know, I got snot-nosed brats to my left and right sneezing all over me and shit. It wasn't a place for goons like me, know what I mean? So after like 20 to 30 minutes, I wait and my doctor finally calls me into her office. And of course my mom comes with me because, you know, she got to hold me down. And we get into the office and the doctor starts the physical, you know, with the interview part like they always do. You know, she asking me the typical questions. Do you get money? Check. Do you fuck bitches? Check. I'm playing, but the real questions the doctor asked was shit like, do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you have sex? And keep in mind, my mom's sitting right there watching me like a hawk, like this nigga better not be. You know, I'm like, no. And then the doctor, you know, she checks my ears and my heartbeat and my reflexes, you know, all that bullshit. So where am I going with this? Well, then comes the part where my doctor tells my mom she has to leave the room. Reason being was she was going to inspect my penis to make sure I was good. I'm going to assume that doctors are checking for like prostate cancer in your balls or some shit like that. I don't know. But look, my mom leaves the room and the doctor puts on her gloves, then gets on her knees. Now keep in mind, my doctor is a female and she wasn't bad looking either. And I'm 16, so you know I'm horny. And it's just me and her with my dick out and she gets on her knees. Now, I'm going to warn you right now. If you're watching this at school or at work, make sure to turn down the volume just a little bit because it's about to get graphic, okay? So she's on her knees inspecting my manhood, right? But she was like slow stroking and rubbing my dick, and I had my eyes closed and I cocked my head back and I'm like, oh no. Oh God, please give me the strength to control myself. And I started thinking about shit to turn me off. I'm like, my grandma, Shrek, and I'm just like, shit, it's not working. So it felt like she was down there for like a good 5 minutes just playing with my dick. And I finally decided to open my eyes and I looked down. Now at this point, I lost total control and I had a full-blown boner. But that's not the worst part, okay? The worst part was when I looked down at my dick, it was on her forehead and it was going straight down her face, like down the middle of her face, from like her forehead to her nose to her mouth. It looked like my dick was dividing her face. And I'm looking down in embarrassment to see my doctor, and she's blushing and smiling shit. And I'm like, hold up, my eyes fucking lit up. I'm like, oh God, this is just like the pornos that I've watched. She's a motherfucking head doctor, yo. So she inspects me for like 5 more minutes, which felt like a fucking eternity when you're 16 and someone's rubbing your dick. And she finally said I could pull up my pants. So right off the bat, you know, I was mad because she didn't do nothing. But then she called my mom back in the room when my pants were back up. You know, I'm just standing there breathing all hard like, because I'm still excited. And then my mom asked, well, how did it go? Is everything okay? Meanwhile, I'm trying to like focus all my energy on getting my penis down as quick as possible. I'm like turned to the side and shit. and the doctor was typing on her computer. She was typing on her PC all my dick stats and shit. And then she spins around in her computer chair, and she looks at me, and she smiles while I'm breathing all hard. and then she turns to my mom and she says, and I'll never forget the way that the doctor said it. She says, "He's very healthy." Oh God. My mom was like, "Oh, good." So, long story short, my mom doesn't know this happened, but she know now.